Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Sunday evening. Thank you for your valuable time. Now, we are gathered here to do something very special. We all are Toastmasters. Some are new, some have been there for a couple of years. But there's one thing that we all want. Every club wants to grow. But growth isn't just about numbers, it's about creating a space where people feel they belong. Because when members feel connected, they don't just attend meetings, they stay, they participate, and they thrive. That's what today's session is all about: building belonging and learning how to engage and re engage members so that our clubs aren't just meeting places, but true communities. And who better to guide us than a leader who has spent more than 14 years helping Toastmasters achieve exactly that? Distinguished Toastmaster Sapna Ohri is an assistant vice president at Jetpack and a certified payroll professional with 2 decades of experience in payroll, client partnerships, events, and leadership. As the first woman club growth director of District 98, she chartered over 60 clubs, the second highest globally that year. She later led the reformed District 98 to Select Distinguished. And today, as Region 8 advisor, she coaches 5 districts to grow with purpose. Friends, let's give a warm welcome to our trainer for today, Distinguished Toastmaster Sapna Ohri. Over to you.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Toastmaster Sunita, and welcome everybody who've taken out time on a Sunday evening to come and attend this training. That makes me believe that we as members, we as leaders of our club, understand that how important it is to engage and re-engage with our members. I will go ahead and I will share my screen. Please do let me know if my screen is visible to all of you. If you see the black panels, it will go away in a moment. Sunita, is it clear?
Yes, it's visible, but the black panels are still there. Now it's
Is it all right? Done. So when I wanted to pick up a topic around what is it that I can help my members with, the first thing that came to my mind was how do we re-engage or how do we call our members back who are not with us anymore because they felt that their goals were not met. And I have been member of so many clubs, and I'm currently a member of 2 to 3 clubs where one of them is actually struggling, and we are struggling to not only get new members but also re-engage with our old members. And then I thought, what better way to gather the community and understand what is it that they have been doing best in their clubs and what is it that I can help them out with, which can help them to grow their clubs, and along with that their members also grow. So today, I will be talking about building belonging, engaging and re engaging members for club success. First and foremost thing which I want to talk about is that a guest comes to a Toastmasters club. They do not go to the organization because they have no idea what exactly Toastmasters is all about. And we all, as members of Toastmasters, as ambassadors of Toastmasters, we are the ones they meet first, and it becomes our responsibility to ensure that our members feel engaged from day one. In this session, I will cover the following objectives, that is, understanding the Toastmasters member life cycle, identify the role of clubs in engagement and retention, learn strategies for re engagement, and take away actionable steps to strengthen Toastmaster member experience. I want you to take a moment to reflect on your own personal experience. Probably close your eyes and just think back to your very first Toastmasters meeting. What was it that made you come back the second time? Was it the warmth? Was it the, the big cheerful welcome that you received from the club? the energy of the meeting, or something else? So, my question to you, and I'm going to stop sharing, I'll stop share right now. If you all can turn on your cameras and unmute yourself, I would like to know what was it that made you come back the second time to the Toastmasters meeting?
Yeah.
Please go
The
ahead.
precise feedback that I got when I spoke.
Great. Awesome. Vittal sir.
Yeah, first of all, after the first half, I had a very nice snacks during the break. Then during the break, one good-looking, hefty person just talked for me 2 minutes.
Mhm.
After that, I had a table topics. Again, that was for 1 or 2 minutes. Actually, that topic was very interesting, and I spoke something about my marriage and how it happened, something like that. So then afterwards, I really felt, yes, this is the right place to come and enjoy my Sunday mornings. So that was my story.
Awesome. Awesome. I think I saw Sunita as well raising her hand. So I'll take Sunita as the last speaker for this particular section.
So I have always enjoyed speaking, especially on stage. I was part of all speaking clubs or whatever in school and everything. But when I saw the demo meet, and I think I was one of those luckiest person to have distinguished Toastmaster Arvind in my demo meet, I saw him and the way he carried himself, the way he spoke, the way he commanded that entire attention in that room full of people who were chatting with each other. I thought that before I get to his age, I need to do that. So I was more in awe of how he got it done. I'm sure that to get to his experience, I have to learn a lot more. But yes, I like the whole idea of being able to command that, like basically just spreading your aura, how you're speaking, but also getting that attention to you, getting everyone to listen to you literally word by word. I think that takes a lot of practice. And the way they describe what Toastmasters was all about and learning every day from each other, or every meeting rather, from each other, was a splendid idea. So there was no other place I would want to spend my Sunday afternoons. And that's what I did. I just enrolled for Toastmasters, and I'm still a Toastmaster since the last 8 to 9 years.
Great. Awesome. On that, and Sunita, please have some water. So thank you so much. It feels I feel so happy listening to all your stories, that how, what really made you come back the second time. My story was very funny and very different because my corporate was not charging any amount, and that's when I decided I will come back to this, to the second Toastmasters meeting. Now, moving on to the next question. And with a show of your hands and raise your hands, like virtually or on camera, what has made you stay with Toastmasters? Raise your hands if it was the people that made you stay in Toastmasters. All right, awesome. Anyone stayed here because of their mentors? Great. Or maybe because you saw yourself growing from the very first day. Did you stay back because you saw growth in yourself from the very day one? Awesome. Now, whatever the reason, notice one thing. Engagement starts from day one. When Vittal sir said somebody spoke to him in that break, when Girija mentioned that she received an amazing evaluation, a very crisp one, when Sunita said that she met Arvind and when she looked up to him, she said, I want to be there. That means there was someone whom you saw who made you feel special and made you realize that this is the place where you want to be, and you decided that you want to continue on this beautiful journey called Toastmasters. All right, we move to the next slide. As I had mentioned before, that I will be talking about the member life cycle. Now, I want you also to start reflecting at your own life cycle, since you've been a member of Toastmasters for minimum at least 1 year and maximum at least 14 years, with Arvind here, Vittal sir here, I'm sure almost closer to 2 decades now. What are the key stages that you feel are there as part of the member life cycle? Before I walk you through the key stages, do you have anything? Do you want to share what do you feel are the key stages in a member life cycle? Anybody, you can please unmute because I'm sharing screen right now, so I won't be able to see who's raising their hands.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so just wanted to share. I think it's first 2 to 3 months wherein we are most vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
and we are not able to, join the meeting continuously due to various reasons that we come up with. And somebody, when you get a major role, like somebody has to be, an MC, master of ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
or a speaker, major speech. That is where we kind of, our inner personality asks us to stay back, do not
Mm-hmm.
attend the meeting. It personally happened with me multiple times. Whenever I was given a role to perform as a major speaker,
Mm-hmm.
my brain held me back. I kind of gave different reasons to my executive committee that I'm sick. They are there's a festival here. My
Mm-hmm.
sister is here. My guests are here, and I made excuses, a lie I told various time, and I'm accepting it. But I did not attend the meeting. And but after that, when I started to see the benefits,
Mm-hmm.
this is where the situation changed.
Awesome.
And
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
the person who was kind of staying behind
Mm-hmm.
came up thereafter. Second interval is when you complete your 6 months
Mm-hmm.
and it is in your mind. This is kind of a course which you go through for 6 months, and now 6 months is over, so your mind says, okay, now you rest. You don't have to go to the meeting again and again. So try your time to somewhere else and learn some other activities.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you see other people who are following this great organization for several years, and you see the benefits, and that's where you kind of engage, and your executive committee, your mentors tell us that this is how you can improve, and nobody is perfect. It is just a continuous journey wherein we have to learn each day with each meeting. And but still, your mindset, actually you are your biggest competition, you are your biggest enemy. Your fear kind of held you back, and this has happened with me multiple times. So I thought, why not share on this platform? I'm sure most of you would have gone through this journey.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm sorry I'm not able to see you. Can I get your name?
Yeah, just a minute. uh I'm Deepak. Yeah.
Deepak, thank you so much for sharing that. And this is what a member actually feels and go through. And I'm sure a lot of you here today are either club officers, or you have, currently you are club officers, or you have been club officers and you have been through these phases where what Deepak very aptly mentioned, that initial period is very vulnerable, where the members are scared. A member will be scared to even come up and take up roles, deliver speeches, and then probably that one time where they do that role or they deliver that speech, they start feeling that change, that growth, right? So for this particular section, I would want all of you, whether you have been a club excom officer or you've not been a club excom officer, just wear your club excom officer hat, because this is going to be really important for you to understand that what is a member life cycle. So every Toastmasters journey follows a life cycle. If we understand this cycle, we know where to focus our energy as club leaders to keep members engaged and thriving. So the first one that we have is awareness. How many of you, probably if you can mention it in the chat, I'll be more than happy. If you want to unmute yourself, please do that. When a guest comes to your club and when you ask them, how did they hear about Toastmasters? What are the common responses that you have received up till now?
So
What
most
is
of
it?
the time,
Mhm.
yeah, most of the time it is probably via Google or somebody gave a reference.
Great. All right. Garima, you have your hand raised?
Yes, it's like Toastmaster Deepak had mentioned. Mostly it's from Google. Sometimes it's friends,
Mm-hmm.
especially those who are current Toastmasters, or
Mm-hmm.
siblings who have, Toastmasters in their colleges, schools, or their corporate companies.
Yes. Anybody else?
Sapna, I want to share something important. I heard it from the HR head of a company
Mm-hmm.
where I was a trainer and I had given proposals, and he said Fortune 500 companies have this on their format that if they have a Toastmaster who is applying for the position of trainer, they have to select them.
Awesome.
Their
Great.
proposals. So that is when I was looking for Toastmasters, and then we started that Toastmasters in Mumbai. So
Amazing.
that
Amazing.
made a big change, brought sea change to my career. I got a lot of opportunities because of that. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yes, it's social media, it is word of mouth, it is through corporates because they have seen Toastmasters clubs around in the Fortune 500 companies. In August this year, I understood that 80% of our guests who come to Toastmasters club, and most of us included who are now currently members, we have heard about Toastmasters through word of mouth. Even though social media, maybe your boss, maybe you've seen a club you've heard at a school or a college before, 80% of us are here or we enter a Toastmasters club because we have heard it through someone, a friend, a family member, a boss, anyone. So this is something which is very common. Now, as a club officer, onboarding, the first 6 months matter the most. And why the first 6 months matter the most is because it's the most critical stage. This is when clubs should provide a warm welcome, assign a mentor, introduce pathways, and give their first speaking or meeting role quickly to a new member. The moment you do that, you will see the change in that member wherein they would want to engage in more roles and in Toastmasters. And I'm sure if you all look around at your own experiences within the club, so many times it happens that once we do a marketing event and guest becomes a member, and when they join the Toastmasters club, we just leave them and we say, you take your time. And when you're ready, you can come up and you can take your first role or, ask for your first speaking assignment. And that time actually turns into a few months. And then you see that the member is not engaged anymore. So the first 6 months of onboarding is very crucial. The next is engagement. And this is directly related to your onboarding. If your member is taking up active roles in the club, if your member is delivering speeches, if they are getting that recognition of completing one level of, when they deliver their icebreaker, how we all give a standing ovation. When all of these things start happening, the member starts feeling engaged. When the club starts recognizing not only a member's Toastmasters accomplishment, but even in their own personal or professional accomplishments, it really helps a lot in engaging with the member. Growth. It's not only about the roles, it's not only about the speeches, it's not only about the recognition, but it is also about the leadership opportunities. A member will learn and grow when they start participating in the meetings, when the club starts engaging them in Toastmasters leadership programs, in the club officers training programs, when they start engaging them in area contests, division contests, out doing more activities outside of their clubs where they get more leadership opportunities. a member is definitely engaged because they see growth. I have been in leadership for almost 8 years within Toastmasters right now. And I have learned a lot as a leader. I have grown a lot as a leader, and that has helped me to stay engaged in Toastmasters. Now, what really happens? When does a member starts to feel that they are not interested, or they want to probably either continue or not continue with Toastmasters? We are right now just 2 days away from our September renewal cycle. The next immediate cycle will be in the next 6 months. This is the time when when the VP membership of the club or the club excom officers will start seeing whether the members are interested to renew, or they are feeling disconnected and they want to drop off. And some very common drop off points would be that either they are not really aware about as to how Toastmasters can help them in their journey professionally and personally, or they don't feel engaged. And there can be some valid reasons as well that, you know, the member is moving out, they're changing cities, or they are probably, they've changed their job, they will not be able to engage in Toastmasters as much as they wanted to do before. So there can be these all of these combined reasons for a member to either stay with Toastmasters or drop off from Toastmasters. And this is very important because this is where a club needs to pay attention to their new members and other existing older members as well. And last but not the least is re engagement. Now, re engagement is when we revive interest. It requires personal connection, listening, and offering a flexible way back. Sometimes a simple phone call or recognition of their past contribution makes a big difference. During the COVID time, we saw a lot of our senior Toastmasters, a lot of our old Toastmasters leaving because they were not able to get accustomed to Zoom environment. Some of them even felt disengaged with pathways. But I'm sure that a lot of us have put in those efforts wherein we have asked our old Toastmasters, now that we've gone back to our offline meeting formats, meeting in person, to come back. And we have also engaged with them to help them to understand pathways. Because if you look at a lot of new updates, we are going to get back, the leadership manual back into our existing pathways, and there are going to be a lot more exciting changes coming. So a re-engagement is all about reviving interest. And a re-engagement should not happen at a stage when a member has already left. It can even happen at any given point of time within the first 6 months, or even after that, even when the member chooses to continue his membership with Toastmasters, but you see that they are not delivering any speeches. You have members, there may be a member in your club who has not attended meetings from past 2 3 months, but probably they have still renewed. You have to go back and start talking to them and start re-engaging with them to understand why they are not attending the meeting, why they are not coming to the club, and what is it that makes them stop from getting engaged or delivering speeches, taking up roles not only in the club but even outside. Think about these particular key stages and think about what you're currently doing and what probably you can do in order to help your club and your members succeed. Moving to the most important thing, how can clubs engage with the members? Since we everything starts from the club level, what is club's role in engagement? The first and foremost is culture. Does your club have a warm, inclusive, and fun culture? I am going to stop sharing my screen right now because I want to look at all of you, and I would want you to unmute yourself and please let me know, does your club have a warm, inclusive, and fun culture? And if you say yes, can you give me one small example of what is it that you do that makes this kind of a culture for members to thrive and grow? So please unmute yourself. If you're not interested in unmuting, coming on camera, you can always drop a message in the chat as well. But I would love to hear from all of you.
Share their achievements in the group, whatever happens even in the family, there's son or husband or wife has achieved something, yes, share it in the group and congratulate them with the pictures and all that. That is one.
Awesome.
Second is share very short, interesting reels on language and something that creates some laughter or something. Both these, the members immediately respond.
Great. Thank you so much. Garima, you have your hand raised.
Yes, so I joined my club, Chandigarh Toastmasters, way back in 2018. And even at that time, one culture or concept that we had was all the bachelors and bachelorettes of the club. After meeting, even though we used to have snacks in the meeting, we would go out to have coffee, which we still do. So it became not just about Toastmasters. It became a lot about friendship, and there are members who are not active members anymore, but we are still friends. We are part of each other's moments of joys and sorrows, and that is a concept or a culture for which I have stayed back. There have been parts of my life when I became an inactive Toastmaster, but I would ensure that I reach the venue so that I can meet my friends and then go for coffee with them. Our coffee is long due, Sapna. So,
Yes.
yeah.
I think for everyone, Garima and I belong to the same club, and if nothing on a Saturday, we might end up missing a meeting. This is not what I wanted to say. It's a recorded training, but trust me, we all go to attend that meeting so that we after that we all can go for coffee and we can sit and we can chit chat and share life. This is the motivation for me and for Garima to come and attend that meeting. And this is what the culture our club has actually built. So yeah, thank you so much for that, Garima. Anybody else who would like to share the culture that's there, that they have built the warm, inclusive, and fun culture in their club?
So
Yeah,
in our
sure.
club, sorry,
Yeah.
so in
Yes.
our club, what we do is we have this way of helping each other, especially when contest comes in. So we all compete against each other for the contest, but then whoever is going to area, whoever lost will come together and sit together and make that speech even better, because then we want our club member to win the area. And then when we go into area, the area members, whoever lost, will sit together. So I'll tell you, for the area contest that I was last Sunday, the one who was helping me dress up and put my props on and all is from another club, not even from my club, but we belong to the same area. So the kind of, I think, what we have managed to do in our club, we've also managed to get it out into areas, and we end up helping because we want whoever the winner to be from our area, from our division. So we give all our points to them so that they can get it.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for that, Sunita. Deepak, I will probably take your suggestions or your comments in the next upcoming slides as well. I have something very nice written in the chat. Monish says that we make reels add fun element at the end of the meeting. Monish, I have seen your reels and they are really fun. Trust me, I have done that. And I keep telling that, probably one day when I'm back in Mumbai, I would love to be part of those reels. It really looks fun. And Vrinda says that we have engaging meetings, we have educational sessions, we go out for networking on luncheons. This is really good. I think when you sit together and you share food, that's where members have that belongingness and it becomes like an extended family, a home away from home. Because I have moved around India so much that every time I have moved to a new place, my place of belonging was always was a Toastmasters club, and every time I went to any Toastmasters club, it just felt that I was here. I am not a new member. It just felt like home. So this is what Toastmasters does to all of us. So moving ahead, the second most important element when it comes to club's role in member engagement is mentorship, structured and support. I have a lot of mentors sitting here right now on the call who are attending, and I know that how my mentors have helped me learn and grow in Toastmasters. If I am here today, I have this confidence of speaking in front of an audience. I have been taking up leadership roles is only because my mentors encouraged me with their structured support. Do you have a mentor in Toastmasters today who is helping you in your journey? Bitul sir.
Yeah, as I said in the beginning also, that 2 minutes speech, the person is none other than DTM Ramasar. So we have a special bonding. For example, most 90% of my speeches I must have given at least once at his home, as, and a nice filter coffee. So that really made the bonding very well.
Amazing. I can imagine that because my first call in need or in anything always goes to Arvind, because I know that no matter what happens, he'll always be there. And once this is done, he's going to stay back with me and to give me a feedback, like as to how I did it. And obviously, the mentors, over the years also keep changing. So, yeah, any one more person who wants to go ahead and share if you have a mentor who's helped you in your Toastmasters journey. Girija, go ahead.
Distinguished Toastmaster Renaud Thomas from
Mhm.
Bahrain. Okay, we started doing joint meetings, about 42 meetings we held together. And
Mhm.
then we thought of doing large scale projects. So for the centenary celebrations, 8-hour continuous program we had, where we had 10 clubs coming together, giving 100 table topics. It was an amazing moment because every small thing I would make and send him, and he will look into the details and say, here, there is a mistake. There is 10 minutes, 5 minutes lagging this. So all these small details somebody had to look into. He has a great eye for detail, and he will see to it that there is not a single mistake there. So that is something that helps me a lot. And a lot of insights he constantly keeps giving. And now he's the president of our club. Thank you.
Great, awesome. And now I move on to the next one. I am really sorry. I think the hiding float panels, you will see my screen. All right. We talk about opportunities, speaking, leadership, events. In my club, I know that if I don't attend a meeting or whenever there is a speech slot that they feel is available because maybe a speaker backed out, my club always reaches out to me and they want to understand if I will be interested, in delivering a speech. Now, I want to know in your club, do you get enough speaking? Do you get enough leadership opportunities? Is your club encouraging you currently to go ahead and attend events beyond the club as well? That there is an area level event happening, there is a district level event happening. Is your club currently encouraging you to do that? So how do you receive that information that there is an opportunity here, maybe a test speaker, or maybe there is a role that you have to be an MC or a master of ceremonies at an area contest? How do you receive this information? Is it dropped in the common group, or do you get a call from your VP education or your club president asking you to take up that role? Mayur, please go ahead.
Thank you, Sapna. As the president of the club and part of multiple groups around, the information is being shared by our respective district officers. We share those information in our club group, and that information is helpful. And we always encourage our new members, particularly also the old, to come and participate and contribute in any form at the contest or any events like TLTP. So just to share, in the last TLTP which happened in Mumbai, 50% of our club members actually attended the TLTP, and some of which were non-members too. And even in the recent area contest which we had, I think around 8 to 10 members have already attended it. And we keep on
Wow.
encouraging our members to come and explore the community and the platform at a larger group.
That's amazing. And that's really good. I mean, this is the best practice sharing right now, that the more you keep talking to your guests, to your new members, and the more you keep engaging them, just not by adding them to a certain WhatsApp group, but by actually encouraging them. If you all remember that speech that I see something in you, but I don't know what, if you just go back and you tell your a new member, I see something in you and I know that you can do it, whether it's your icebreaker or it's your first leadership role, be it in the XCOM or even if taking up a Toastmaster of the Day role in the club meeting. The moment you encourage them, you will see a difference in how that new member is going to feel engaged in the club. Moving on, the next one is recognition. I was very surprised because I had not seen this practice in a lot of my clubs before, where, the club XCOM was actually going ahead and they were talking about how a member has achieved or they have got a promotion in their in their professional career. When I started seeing that in my club, I really felt happy about it. And I'm like, okay, now if I do something outside of Toastmasters, my club is going to celebrate me. But not only this, when I became a region advisor as well, my club felicitated me with a trophy which I have kept it so dearly to me because it's an achievement and I really, feel proud that my club members were proud of it. So please let me know in the chat right now that how in your club you celebrate the milestones of your members in terms of if they have achieved a certain level, if they have achieved a professional achievement, how or a personal achievement as well. How do you recognize your members or how do you celebrate your members' milestones? Moving on to the last important point on this slide is re-engagement, personal outreach, and this is very important. Now, how many of us, when we were not in the club XCOM roles, and during the month of September or in the month of March, when our club XCOM officers used to reach out to us asking us, "Will you renew?" How did we feel? When we had not heard from them the entire year, probably, wherein we didn't even, they didn't even know that maybe we were there. But when there was one officer in your club, and I know that my club president always stays in touch with me, he's calling me, he's messaging me. When he's not able to do that, he's making some other club officer do that when they don't see me in the meeting. They reach out to me personally, checking out on me, and then asking me if I would like to play a role. Renewal comes very late, but it's that personal touch. How many of you in your club as XCOM members as of today make it a point to reach out to your own members when you don't see them around, or even keep in touch with them every now and then without even taking up the thing of whether they're going to renew or not, but just try and maintain that relationship with them? How many of you actually put efforts as of today? Great. I have Garima's hand raised. I have Abhishek's hand raised. Garima, Abhishek, if you, Ajay as well, if you want to raise your hand or if you want to unmute yourself, please speak. If that has made a difference, in your members staying with the club.
Um, I'll add, thank you for giving me the stage, distinguished Toastmaster Sapna Ohri. I'll just add on to your point. So there was a club that I had chartered during my area director tenure, and I was in touch with the members because you know how you have touched, you kept it. So a couple of them have made a back, they have come back to Toastmasters this renewal cycle in District 98.
Awesome. Great.
So yeah, it takes time. It takes time. Yeah, but then again, you have to maintain that momentum throughout, and it
Yeah.
not always has to be when are you coming back, when are you making the payment.
Exactly. Exactly. I think it's all about being in touch, continuous touch. I remember when Girija and I were in the same club and Girija was our club president, she used to make it a point to reach out to us personally, talk to us. And that is why even when I have now moved from the place, we still keep in touch and we can still message each other whenever we need help. This is what the relationship is all about. Why? Because I know that I have a relationship with her wherein she will always be there for me and and she knows that I will always be there for her. And as Abhishek mentioned, very right, that club that he opened so many years back when he was an area director, today the members have re-engaged with District 98. So that's a beautiful thing. This is what you do when you keep connecting and when you keep talking to people. I'm not saying pick up the phone every day and talk to them, but no, have that healthy conversation, have that healthy connect with them every now and then when you keep checking on them. That really makes a lot of difference. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be time for us to get into breakout rooms and do an activity. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I would request my one beautiful and the other handsome Zoom master to please go ahead and create that breakout room. And I will let you know about the activity that all of you are going to perform in the breakout room. And that activity is going to be, the scenario is a member who has not attended meetings for 2 months. This is your scenario in your club. Now, what I want you to do is to think about 3 steps that your club would take to re engage with that particular member. And when you're doing that, I want you to keep 3 C's in mind. The first is connect, the second is create, and the third is celebrate. Connect, create, and celebrate. So, based on these 3 C's, if you can come up with 3 steps that your club is going to take to re engage with this member. And remember, I'm going to give you 5 to 7 minutes for this activity. When you come back, please ensure that you have a spokesperson ready from your group who is going to quickly give us a debrief with 2 pointers as to what were the 2 points that you discussed in that group that you will do in order to re-engage with that member. And with this, I would request my Zoom master, Toastmaster Sunita, to please open the rooms. And I see that we have 24 folks here, excluding me and Sunita. So Sunita, we can open probably 5 rooms and maybe 5 people, and then other 4 can go in each additional one in each room.
I've opened
Okay.
the rooms. I think I
So
have
if you all,
assigned automatically. So I
correct.
think
So if you all
everyone
have
will.
received the pop-up, I would request you all to please go ahead and join the rooms. There will be a few new folks as well, Sunita, who might have joined. If you can assign them randomly to groups. Bharat, Sonali, Raj, Mansi, if you all can, and Anand as well, if you all can join the rooms, that will be really great. Sunita, you might want to make me the co-host so that I can jump into the breakout rooms.
Yeah.
Don't pause the recording. You can continue with the recording.
I haven't paused.
Oh, okay. I just made the co-host. Sorry about that. Okay. I will. Why can't I see the breakout rooms? Okay. Yeah, I can. All right. I'll just be back.
Yeah. Can you just call Achu?
Hi, Sunita.
Hello, hello.
Hello. I think you've closed on the breakout room, so everybody will
Yeah.
come back.
Yes.
Okay, great. I think some nice discussions are happening in the room, and I'm happy. I'm
Good.
sorry you had to miss out on one. Yeah, folks have started coming in. All right, welcome back. Nobody waited for the 60 minutes timer, like the breakout rooms to close on their own. I think you all just did you all see the pop-up and then you said we are good to go? Okay.
Always
All right.
happens. Always.
Yeah, I think I am one of those who will wait till, like, when the breakout room automatically closes on its own. I wouldn't want to leave the room till then.
We took the connect segment
Yeah.
too seriously and we're just connecting with each other and not discussing.
Okay. Why do I feel that there are three folks less, but that's fine. All right. So I think as I had mentioned that there were six rooms that were opened, and I would want if any one of the representative from at least two to three rooms would like to talk about what did they discuss as to what is it that they would like to do, or that their club will do to re-engage with the member who has not attended meetings for at least 2 to 3 months. Garima, please go ahead. We'll stick to 2 points only, Garima, so that we
All,
can give others as well time. Yeah.
all right. So I'm from group 4. So the first thing we it's important to know why the member has not attended the meeting for the first for 2 months or so. There are reasons for which professional reasons, for example, financial closing when they can't or they're not keeping well, or in cases where their kids have board exams. So that's a point where we don't pressurize the members to attend the meeting. In such scenarios, if we have an event-based meeting, we do invite them because it's more relaxing. They can bring their family in together. And the other is in cases where the members have not attended the meeting because they are not feeling encouraged, they are not feeling that they are growing. So to incorporate what they're missing in the meeting, and of course we can't break the pattern in every meeting, but incorporate at once in a while what we can do for them so that they feel that they are engaged, they feel that they are growing. I think that's what is important to ensure that the engagement is there.
Yes. Thank you so much. I think, and I truly believe talking to a member and understanding and doing something special. So I'll give example of my own club, and I'm sorry I keep going back because yes, I do see very good things about how we all are engaged to our club is whenever we have a 6 months XCOM, that a new XCOM that actually gets installed, we host a dinner and we invite all the family members of all our members who want to attend. And imagine as an XCOM, as a club president, as a VP education, when you're getting installed and right in front of your family, it's a moment of pride. And that really helps a lot of our members who want to be into the, want to serve in the XCOM and who want to who stay engaged in the club. And I think that's a really good thing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Garima. Anybody else who would like to share what they heard in their room? Abhishek, I think you wanted to go last though, but I'll pick you up right now because what was discussed in your room?
How is it that this came out? I was about to go last. Who heard it? Who leaked it?
I did.
So this is something I'm carrying from last year that, A speaks a lot. We come first because Ajay is here, Anand is here, so they know the pain. That being said, one common consensus has been that do not connect with them once a year or twice a year. And another has been if you do not have a connect, take time to build a connect. Yes, it might happen. One of the participants shared very nicely, and I could reconnect because I was made VPM midterm because the VPM did not renew. So, yes, I could remember and I could echo with the thoughts that you have to build your terms and you can always do it slowly and steadily. You don't have to do it in one day. So that was the whole thing. But yes, the common consensus and the bottom line is don't connect just in the months of October and I'm sorry, September and March.
Yes. And in the meantime, as I move to the next one, may I request the Zoom master to please remove the co-host rights from me, please? Because now I see, folks coming in and going out. All right. Anybody else who would like to share? Who was in the room?
Yeah, TM Sapna. So
Yeah.
we had a brief discussion. Toastmaster Maran, Mayur, Girija, Toastmaster Brenda, we were discussing. And the 3 points which we discussed for create, celebrate, and how do we connect. So first of all, a member who is not, you know, attending the meeting for 1 or 2 months will try to send a WhatsApp or SMS, might be a call, casual call, where it will not talk about Toastmaster meeting. Then we might even think of a surprise impact wherein our president would call the member to check about how are things and how's life. And in case we identify that the issue is with the is that is the time the person is not able to give time, then we might ask him to appear at least for 10-15 minutes initially. If we see that the issue is with reference to physical or online meeting, then we might opt and offer to him an offline meeting wherein he can join. Or if the member is shy and he thinks that he is not getting opportunity, just like in Mumbai Toastmaster, we have so many members, difficult to get an opportunity. Then in that way, we kind of give an opportunity to him to be maybe a short role like a timer or account role wherein he can start and he can gain the confidence. In celebrate, we'll consciously ensure that he gets a lot of applaud as well as gets an award for that meeting, which actually motivate him to join again.
All right. Thank you so much. I think that was really great. I really love the way you said that, you learn to connect and you help them with opportunities. If the member feels that they are not getting enough opportunities at their own club, can we help them to go out to other clubs and get the similar kind of opportunities? It really helps. And it also adds on that extra confidence when they are in front of different audience. They can try out different styles and it really helps them out. So thank you so much for sharing. And I'm sure that if all of you, when you went into the room, you did hear about some really great things that were discussed, what you can do and what probably currently from your experiences as well that your clubs are already doing. With a show of hands, if one or two people can raise their hands, I want to know what were the most common patterns you noticed in your group's plan or your discussions. Any common pattern you noticed, which is like common to all, the pain or the practice is common to all of us. Did you notice anything?
Well, this answer can be given by only the person who was common to all the rooms.
No, in your own discussion in your room, what was the common theme while discussing that came about?
This was regarding Connect.
Okay. And what is it that you felt that your clubs, the members in the group at that point of time are already doing it or they feel they want to do it?
I felt that every club and every member has their individual journey, as you mentioned,
Mhm.
and it may not fall into the same way as we see PLC for the products. Sometimes you may have, stumbling blocks coming right in front immediately after you have initiated or reinitiated your group activity. So it really cannot be generalized. So it has to be very specific. And if somebody can look into the specificity and give a very specific answer, solutions, that would be much appreciated.
Okay. So I will give you another thought so that you can actually think about how you want to go ahead and tag the conversation that happened in your own breakout room. Were there more opportunities discussed about personal outreach or opportunities that you can provide to your members, or it was about recognition? If you have to tag your discussion under these three categories, What was that one common theme that came out of your room discussion? Personal outreach, opportunities, or recognition?
None of this.
Yeah, I felt personal reach.
Personal outreach?
Yes.
Okay. Brinda says personal outreach.
For me, it
Anybody
is
for?
none of these.
Yeah, please go ahead. Sorry. Sonia, go
I
ahead.
think for me, it is none of these
Okay.
because in this breakout rooms, people were delighted to see each other and talk to each other, happy to see their videos. And then they started discussing, and I discussed my pain points and what
Mm-hmm.
solutions I have brought to my pain points on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it. So the options that you gave were, it doesn't resonate at all with what was discussed in the breakout rooms.
All right. So I would still say that everybody got that opportunity to come on camera, meet each other,
Yeah,
and talk to each other. So
definitely.
we can say
Definitely.
opportunity plus little bit of personal outreach as well. We can categorize into that.
Oh, yeah, you can
Yeah.
satisfy yourself to some extent.
All right. Anybody else?
Okay.
I want to share one personal or best practice our club follows, just
Uh-huh.
for the benefit of everyone. What we do is every month we celebrate birthdays, whoever falling on that month.
Yes.
And if somebody is not attending, we call that person particularly for that day. So that creates one opportunity. Second
Uh-huh.
thing, for every 25 meetings, we celebrate grand celebrations in a different hotel or some with family and nice lunch or dinner. So with a lot of entertainment, dance, drama, and also release newsletters and all. So that actually
Amazing.
created a lot of positive thing. I just thought I will share.
Yeah, I think you have gone ahead and spoken about outreach, opportunities, and even recognition. So there is nothing that you've left. You've covered all three pointers. All right. So moving ahead, um, okay. But thank you so much, everyone, for participating. Now, the re-engagement framework is pretty simple. The first and foremost thing is connect and reach out personally. Most of us today, in today's time, prefer a WhatsApp message. And I would tell you that if you pick that phone, dial that number, and call your member, that makes a huge difference. And I did hear it in one of the rooms where there was Vrinda, there was Girija, that they were talking about that it'll make a lot of difference when a club president will probably call the member, and we should not always depend on a VP membership, or it is not the role and responsibility of a VP membership to connect. I think it's everybody's equal responsibility to connect. Sometimes we all rely so much on our club excom that we forget that we are also members of the club, and it's our responsibility as well to reach out to the member if we have not seen them in the club meeting for a longer time. So talk to them, pick up the phone, call, and if you can meet them personally, nothing like it. Care. Another most important thing is listen to their reason for disengagement. Official reason or a professional reason we all understand, but sometimes members feel that they are their goals are not being met. Probably they don't know why they should be delivering a speech from a path. They don't know why they should be taking up a role. You need to take out that time to sit with them and help them to understand why these roles, or these speaking roles, or the leadership roles that they take, why are they important, and how they are going to help in in a they are going to help a member to achieve their personal and professional goals. Most of the time members feel that what am I going to get out of it, but if you're able to understand that what was that first thing that member joined toastmasters for, was it networking, was it because they wanted to get confident in their in their speaking, in their communication at office place, they wanted to get better at presentation skills, whatever it was, if you understand that why, you will be able to listen to them and help them with solutions which can help them to get engaged into the program and into the club. Customize. I know that Deepak just mentioned about offering solutions, about doing something different, maybe, and even Garima spoke about that, how you can go ahead and you can create an event or curate an event. Vittal sir just spoke about what all they do. They offer those customized solutions, maybe an engagement function like where everybody can come with their families and they can enjoy themselves, recognition, birthdays, etc. Do you offer mentorship from day one, or when you start feeling the need that okay, your club members, they are struggling for writing their speeches, do you offer those mentorship opportunities if it's not within your club but outside of the club, right? The role flexibility, that okay, if in this month you're not able to take the role, would you like to take it the next month? Any new opportunities, not only within the club but outside of the club, when you start doing this. And when can this happen is only when you understand what was the basic need of the member who joined Toastmaster. Your member will start feeling engaged and celebrate small wins to make them feel valued. This is very important. A birthday might be a very it's a big thing for anyone. For me it is. And when you start receiving those messages, even at the age of 40, 50, 60, or 70, from everybody in your club, you feel valued, you feel that everyone cares about me, and this is the place where I want to be. When you get promoted at your work, you change your job, or you buy a new car, or you're getting married, when all of these are celebrated with your own club members, this is another happiness that a member will feel, and they would never want to leave the club. And with this, the 4 C's, that is connect, care, customize, and celebrate, I want to ask you, what is that one new thing you will implement in your club to build or re engage members? And for this, I would want you to drop a message in the chat box right now, that what is that one new thing you are going to implement in your club to build or re engage with members that will help your club and your members to thrive and grow. And with this, always remember, members don't leave clubs, they leave when they don't feel connected. It is just like a relationship that you are in where you don't feel valued, you don't feel connected, you wouldn't want to stay, but you would rather want to leave. So, with this, thank you so much, everybody. You've been a lovely audience, and I will now open this floor for any questions, any queries that you may have, and we can have that discussion.
Thank you, Sapna, for that wonderful training session for everyone. I think now when the room is open, we can actually switch on our video and talk and smile and connect. Should I stop the recording right now or should I keep it?
I just need to, I mean, if anyone has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer those questions.
Sorry,
If not,
interrupting. I'm on mobile, so I cannot raise my hand. But yes,
oh yeah, yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead, Mamata. Yeah,
yeah. First of all, excellent session, superb.
thank
And
you.
my question is that though we are very much professional, it's a professional platform, professional club, and we are encouraging, you are in your slides you are encouraging personal networking or like that. So personal obviously is through social media, and you said that after meeting you people sit for a coffee and chit chat. uh,
Mamata, can you speak a little louder? Your voice is not audible. It's very feeble.
okay,
I
so
think
shall I
my,
repeat? Yeah, shall I repeat?
yeah, it is still feeble. Do you want to check the volume button on your phone?
It's full.
Is it only for me or is it for everyone that a volume is low?
Her volume is low.
Yeah, you were much better before this, Mamata. I don't know what happened.
uh, am I audible clearly?
I can hear
Uh,
you, but it's feeble, but I think I can still hear.
Maybe network or something like that.
No
So
worries, you can ask your question.
okay, so my question is that you mentioned in your slide that we can personally contact the members for better networking and all. And though it's a professional platform, so I mean, how we will balance that we are conducting people professionally through a personal chat. And you may give an example, after meeting you people sit for coffee or chit chat. So that is only possible for few of you, no? I mean, though suppose you are having 20 members as in uh, at the meeting, but after meeting, when you sit for a coffee chit chat, you are not getting 20 members, you are getting only 4 or 5 members. Then how we can balance it?
Okay, so if I understand your question correctly, you want to know that how do you engage with everybody within the club as well, even when, if you're meeting outside, it's probably a group of 4 or 5 people, right? Is that the question?
No, my question is that that was an example. My question is that how we can balance that a professional network, professional platform through personal networking.
Mm, okay, so I'll try and answer. Let me know if you're okay, if that helps you with the response that you're looking for. Um, See, what really happens is that in a club environment, we are not always saying that everybody will go out and have coffee or, chit chat and all of that stuff. People will obviously go in groups. But in the meeting, after the meeting, I'll give you what happens in my club. So right after the meeting is closed and the best role player and the awards are distributed, we all get together for some light snacks, whether it's cold drink or it's tea and whatever there is something to eat. And we actually go ahead and we congratulate all the winners, and we start talking there itself, because there are guests, there are members, and we start networking there itself, so that it helps us to connect with everyone. And sometimes in that connect, even when we are going out, and we generally go out in larger groups as well, sometimes we would invite our guests as well to come along with us if they are comfortable. We always give them that option, that why don't you join us if if you have the bandwidth or if you're comfortable. But before even we do that, we have the 30 to 45 minutes of complete networking, which is happening at the meeting venue, where we all are amongst all of us. And that really helps us to connect. And now, when it comes to professional and personal, when you start talking to people, we are not asking you to get personal, like, what's happening in their life, unless a member doesn't want to tell you what is happening in their life. But it's all about connecting with them and just checking on them. A simple hi and a hello, that, I haven't seen you in a meeting in the last 2 months or maybe in the last 2 weeks. I just wanted to check in with you if everything is fine. That's all about it. We are not getting into their personal life, but we are keeping it professional. But at the same time, we are showing that we care about you to that member. I hope this helps.
Great. I got my answer.
All right.
So
Thank you
it's
so much.
what I wanted to say. It's all about balancing that.
Yes.
Obviously, professionally, you can get connected through personal message and all this thing. Yeah, just to formal hi and hello, but it also make an impact that yes, someone I know personally. I mean, through Toastmaster platform, but we interact with each other personally.
Yes. I think you form relationships over a period of time that takes a lot of time and effort. And when you do that, you start interacting personally with each other. For the initial or for the starters, it is always a professional relationship that you will always have. But at the same time, professionally as well, you can always make the person feel special. And, checking in on a member will always make them feel valued. That's all that you can start off with.
Great. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so much. Anybody else, any questions? All right. So I think there are no more questions. Thank you so much, everybody, for being wonderful trainees today in this training room. And thank you, Sunita, and thank you, Ajay, for taking up the role of Zoom Masters and helping me out. And thank you, everyone, for attending once again on a Sunday evening. With this, I would request Sunita to please stop the meeting recording. And